Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great day, a beautiful day here in the city of Columbus, and a very, very exciting day for all of us here. It's so great to be here today with our sustainability partners, Andy Rumpke with Rumpke Waste and Recycling, Joe Lombardi with SWACO, Councilmember Remy, and all of Columbus City Council, members of the city's refuse collection team and Department of Public Service under the leadership of Director Gallagher. We're so excited to be here today. The trucks and equipment you see behind me are important tools in the city's ongoing efforts to deliver exceptional trash and recycling services for our residents. They may be among the smallest items on display, but the 64-gallon blue recycling carts that the city provides to Columbus households have an incredible impact on the health, well-being, and vitality of our community. The plastic bottles, cardboard, aluminum, and other recyclables you and I place in our residential carts for curbside collection are valuable materials. They don't end up in the landfill first and foremost. Instead, 95% go to businesses across the U.S., with the vast majority staying right here in Ohio and in the Midwest, where manufacturers have a growing need for recoverable materials. In fact, the regional recycling industry in Columbus supports 6 times more jobs than landfilling. So it's smart for economic development, job creation in our economy, in addition to our environment. The simple practice of tossing your recyclables into your blue cart instead of your trash container moves us closer to diverting 95% of recyclable materials from the landfill, a critical goal in the city's climate action plan. It also enables us to become fully carbon neutral by 2050. Creating a healthier, cleaner environment for all Columbus neighborhoods. Here's the bottom line. Recycling supports jobs and it helps communities thrive. That's why, beginning on Monday, June 12th, curbside residential recycling collection is going weekly. The $6 million investment in my 2023 operating budget means that residents will be able to set their blue containers out on their scheduled collection day every week versus the current pickup schedule of every other week. And I don't know about your household, but that's going to make things a lot easier around our household, and to get people to recycle more than when we have and they can count on that weekly pickup. Expanding this essential service for our residents is expected to increase the amount of recyclables we collect as a city from 25 to 40%. That is significant, but we need everybody doing their part to help us realize our goal. Our move to weekly collection also reinforces the city's commitment to raising the bar on core city services we provide to our residents in every Columbus neighborhood. We're doing more, and we're doing it better. And that is the foundation of a stronger future. And now I'd like to introduce the Director of Public Service for the City of Columbus to talk more about how we'll be implementing this new weekly recycling program. Please welcome Director Jennifer Gallagher.
Well, thank you, Mayor Ginther. The Refuse Collection Department is proud to be providing weekly recycling to better service our residents and to help achieve the city's climate and sustainability goals and promote a circular economy. We have been preparing for several months to launch this service enhancement, and we have finalized operational plans with our partner Rumpke. We are ready to roll on June 12th. Beginning that week, Columbus households with the city's blue recycling containers can expect to get this weekly collection service. The vast majority of residents will not see a change in their current recycling collection day. But to ensure that we can deliver timely pickup each week, approximately 22,000 households will get a new recycling collection day. These residents will be notified of their new day in a letter that we send via U.S. mail. In addition, all Columbus households will be receiving a mailer prior to the start of weekly collection with information about the expanded service and with useful guidance on how to recycle right. What items are acceptable to place in your container. When residents properly recycle, our recycling stream stays uncontaminated and retains value for manufacturers that need recoverable materials. I want to emphasize that yard waste collection will remain as it is currently provided. Pickup will stay every other week. Some households may be notified of a change to their regular yard waste collection day, but we are working to notify those with changes. We encourage residents to reduce the amount of yard waste set out for collection by composting, mulching, and leaving grass clippings on their lawns for healthy fertilization. The Division of Refuse Collection is working hard toward achieving our Climate Action Plan goals for waste reduction and diversion. A reminder, residents can sign up at columbus.gov/refuse to receive reminders for your recycling, yard waste, and trash collection days. Our website also has helpful information on how to recycle right. Our partner SWACO also has useful information at swaco.org on how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. I'd now like to welcome Andy Rumpke to the podium to talk more about how Rumpke has been preparing to help us expand our weekly recycling collection. Andy?
Thank you, Director Gallagher. Thank you, Mayor Ginther, Councilmember Remy, Director Lombardi, and many thanks to the entire Columbus Public Service team. Rumpke Waste and Recycling is thrilled to begin weekly curbside recycling service on June 12th in the city of Columbus. Together, we're taking another step towards increasing sustainability in Columbus and growing the circular economy. We've talked to residents around Columbus over the last few years about their recycling service, and one message is clear. Columbus is ready to recycle more than ever through weekly recycling collection. There's been a lot of hard work to make this possible. I'd like to recognize the effort and commitment from Mayor Ginther and the Columbus Public Service team. Our team at Rumpke also got to work making sure that we're prepared for a great start. We hired 40 new employees to ensure excellent service through this transition. We purchased 17 new trucks to accommodate the capacity for recycling collection on a weekly basis. Our recycling team and systems are ready to process the additional material through our facility in the city of Columbus. Rumpke has assured that there are reliable end markets for the recycling material so it can be turned back into new useful products. In 2024, when the new Rumpke Recycling and Resource Center comes online, it will be the largest recycling facility in North America. It will increase our material processing capacity from 150,000 tons per year to 250,000 tons per year. When weekly curbside recycling service begins, on June 12th, the City of Columbus takes the next step towards becoming the national leader in sustainability. The future of recycling is now, and the City of Columbus is leading the way. Now I'd like to introduce the Solid Waste Authority of Central Ohio's Executive Director, Joe Lombardi. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so pleased to be here today on behalf of the entire SWACO team to celebrate this important milestone in Columbus's and our region's waste reduction journey. I think most of you already know that SWACO owns and operates the Franklin County Sanitary Landfill, one of the largest municipal solid waste landfills in Ohio, receiving as much as 5,000 tons of trash on some days. We manage that waste on behalf of the residents and businesses that call Central Ohio home, And as our region continues to grow, demands on that landfill are increasing. The good news, the landfill has more than 40 years of life left, and local recycling rates continue to climb, which means that increased recycling efforts, we may be able to extend the life of the landfill. There is a challenge. Local homes are capturing less than half of the materials which could have been recycled, meaning that materials arriving at the landfill every day could have been diverted through reuse, recycling, and repurposing and composting. 76% of what comes in our landfill every day can be diverted. Bold initiatives and actions like the one Mayor Ginther just announced and investments such as the one by Rumpke will help our region meet its diversion goals. Not only will this new weekly recycling program provide an opportunity for residents and families to increase the amount of recyclables kept out of the landfill and extend its life, they will help to create steady supply of additional materials, benefiting the nearly 400 recycling reliant businesses in Columbus and across our region. Businesses like ADS, headquartered in Hilliard, and Axiom in New Albany, who are turning recycled materials into new products that are being used throughout Ohio and beyond. When each of us choose to recycle right at home, we're helping local businesses thrive and create jobs for our neighbors. Beyond that, the environmental benefits are many, including helping to conserve natural resources, reduce pollution, and help to address climate change and global warming. But when it comes to waste reduction and reducing our reliance on the landfill, no one person and no one city can do it alone. And there's no single solution to this problem. But individual actions from each of us can and do add up. Congratulations to Mayor Ginther, Councilmember Remy, Director Gallagher, and the entire team of the Division of Refuse and Keep Columbus Beautiful. Thank you for your ongoing partnership with SWACO. And now, I would like to introduce Councilmember Emmanuel Remy.
Sir. Good afternoon. Thank you, Director Lombardi, and thank you to Mayor Ginther, Director Gallagher, and Andy Rumpke for your leadership. I'd also like to shout out Administrator Tim Swager and the entire department or Division of Refuse for their work in getting us here today. My name is Emmanuel Remy, and I am proud to serve as the chair of Council's Environmental Committee. It was 11 years ago that I testified in front of Council as the president of the Northland Community Council on the need for recycling in the city of Columbus. It was important to me, my wife, my children, and the community I represented that we do something to tackle diversion of waste from our landfill. We asked for weekly then, but realized it was a tremendous cost to the city. We were fortunate to get biweekly collection. But fast forward to today, and I am so thrilled to be part of this exciting day in Columbus as we announce the kickoff of our weekly recycling program. We know that this change will increase the environmental quality of our community, the human health of our residents, and will have a positive impact on the economic prosperity for our residents and businesses. This week, my family of 5 produced one 13-gallon bag of trash for pickup. I have a second recycling bin, and they are typically overflowing on our bi-weekly collection day. I'm excited to maybe only have to roll out one at a time to the curb. Everyone doing their part by recycling right and recycling more often helps divert recyclable items from becoming litter in our neighborhoods. I started the Cleaner Columbus initiative in 2019 to help educate and promote awareness of litter abatement efforts, recycling, and volunteerism. I hear it from every neighborhood in the city. Litter harms neighborhoods and it invites crime. It brings down our quality of life. This shift to weekly recycling will help us achieve a cleaner Columbus together. This shift will also help Columbus meet our sustainability goals, as we've talked about in many cases here today. The Climate Action Plan has a target to reduce recyclable waste entering our landfill by 40% in 2030 and by 95% in 2050. But none of this is possible without the dedication and partnership of our residents and our businesses, and weekly recycling will help us meet these targets. Weekly recycling pickup will also ensure the economic vitality of our city and support, again, the circular economy. The regional recycling industry in Columbus supports 6 times more jobs than landfill jobs. And landfilling, and 80% of the recycled materials stay in our local area. Thank you to all of our recycling truck drivers, sorters, refuse drivers, and support staff. You're a key part of the success of this work. In closing, we know we have work to do in our community, in our neighborhoods, to get people to recycle and recycle more. Help us spread the word by telling your neighbors that what these blue bins are for, and now it'll be even easier that we will be collecting weekly. I'm excited to be here I'm excited about many reasons for the future of Columbus, but I'm also tremendously excited that we're going to weekly. And now I'm going to turn it back over to the mayor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember. Thank you, Councilmember. This is an exciting moment for our city and our residents. In addition to weekly recycling, the Division of Refuse Collection is leading other initiatives to aggressively fight illegal dumping and launch new services that support our city's climate action plan. We're opening 2 refuse collection convenience centers where residents can properly dispose of hard-to-recycle items, food and yard waste, and bulk items. One of those centers will open right here where we're standing today at the Alum Creek Refuse Station site. And with the help of funding from SWACO, the city will soon launch a food waste drop-off pilot program, thanks to Joe and his team at SWACO. This pilot will provide residents the opportunity to drop off their food scraps for composting and reduce the amount of organic waste being sent to the landfill. As a community, we can all do our part to divert waste from the landfill, reduce harmful greenhouse gas emissions, and promote clean air, a healthier ecosystem, and environmental justice throughout our community. All of us benefit from an equitable and more sustainable Columbus. By working together, we'll make this a reality for all of our residents. And I want to put a challenge out to the young people of our community because, you know, as we wrap up the school years and kids are heading into summer, it's the perfect time to ask them to step up and lead. I don't know about your household, but in our household growing up, we were the reasons we started recycling more as a family, because we started asking questions and asked our parents and the other members of our family to step up and do more. You think about what Director Lombardi said, 70% of what's going to the landfill is recyclable. 70%. And so I'm going to ask all the young people in this community, particularly during this summer, have a conversation as a family. And I want all the young people in this community to take the lead. Start educating their parents and grandparents and others in the community, because ultimately the future is theirs. And we want to make sure that it's a healthier, cleaner, safer future for each and every one of them. And I think they can play an incredibly important role as disruptors, as innovators, to really get a movement going here in Central Ohio to help us realize our goals with respect to recycling and diverting. Think about that. 70% of what's going to the landfill doesn't belong there. But it's going to take each and every household and family to do their part to make sure that's a reality. Be happy to answer any questions from the press about today's announcement. If you have questions about other subjects, you know I will stick around and talk about anything you want to talk about under the sun. But out of respect for our speakers here, if there are any questions about today's announcement from the press, we'll take those here. Man, we must have been that good. All right, well, great having you all here today. Couldn't do this without this incredible partnership of folks. And let's have a great start to weekly recycling here in the city of Columbus this summer. Thanks, everybody.